Welcome to Your Sleep Coach, the podcast dedicated to helping you reclaim your nights so you can live your best days. I'm your host, Devin Burke, best-selling author, TEDx speaker, and the founder of Sleep Science Academy. I help exhausted insomniacs fall asleep, stay asleep, and wake up energized using proven science-backed strategies and holistic coaching methods. So whether you're tired of tossing and turning or looking to optimize your rest for better health, you are in the right place. So each episode, we're going to dive into expert insights, practical tips, and real-life success stories to help you sleep deeply to live fully. No pills, no gimmicks, just the tools you need to create the sleep you deserve. So get ready to say goodbye to sleepless nights and hello to more peaceful, powerful, and present you. Let's dive in. Hey everyone, it's Devin Burke, founder of Sleep Science Academy, and I want to share with you a framework from our program at Sleep Science Academy that I think you're going to find really helpful if you're someone that's struggling with your sleep. So I'm going to share the screen right now and we're going to dive right in. And this is just a little bit of a taste of what you get when you're working with us as a client. So let's dive right in here. So this is what we call the relationship to sleep zones. And if you're someone who's struggling with your sleep, you're in one of these zones. You're either in the fear zone, the learning zone, or the growth zone. And depending on what zone you're in is going to dictate what your experience is like. And let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. So if you're in the fear zone right now, you complain about sleep. You don't take responsibility for your experience. You blame yourself or others or God for your sleep issues. You feel like poor sleep is happening to you, like it's a curse. You're trying to control your sleep. You're not asking for help, or you're not, raising your hand and getting the help that you need. And you actually believe your fearful thoughts. So if you're somebody that is in the fear zone right now, it's nothing wrong with being in the fear zone. It happens to the best of us. But if you're in that zone, it's going to be very, very difficult for you to actually make progress with your sleep. And after working with thousands of people, I've identified there's really these three kind of zones that people find themselves in. And the good news is you can move from the fear zone to the next zone, which is the learning zone. And then you start to really notice progress in your sleep. Now, the learning zone kind of sounds something like this. You no longer talk about your sleep challenges. You start to take responsibility for the role that you play in your experience. You apply new tools that you're learning. You begin to accept your situation, yourself and others. You begin to understand that poor sleep is happening actually for you and not to you. You begin to let go of what you can't control. You really ask for help when you need it. And you become aware of the fearful thoughts and begin to really question them and see, if they're true. So the learning zone is where progress starts to happen. This is where most clients start really in the fear zone when they come to us, and we quickly are able to help them shift into the learning zone. And when you're in the learning zone, you start to notice, wow, things start to get easier. You start to feel lighter. Your days are not as heavy. You're not as triggered. You don't feel as tired. And you're starting to notice some progress. Now, not to say you don't drop into the fear zone at certain points in the day or during the night or having an off night. But when you're in the learning zone, that's when you really start to notice progress. And then there's another zone here that I identified with clients, and it's called the growth zone. And this sounds like I stopped thinking about my sleep challenge. You're not even thinking about sleep. You don't see sleep as a problem, and it's something that you just don't even think about. You take full responsibility for your experience. The tools are really just a part of your everyday life. It's not something that you really have to think about. You're just applying the tools that you've learned. You live in acceptance, which is a really amazing place to live because it's a lot more freeing and you just are lighter and things just seem easier when you're in this zone of acceptance. You actually start to see that your sleep challenge is a gift. You start to see the gift in it and what it was here to show you. You clearly see what's not in your control and you let go of what's not in your control. You're open and you're vulnerable and you express your needs clearly, and you realize thoughts only have the power that you give them. And when you're in the growth zone, man, this is when things really get exciting. And some people, they actually don't get to the growth zone when we're working with them. They stay in the learning zone and they're really able to see results. But then there's majority of our clients actually do get into the growth zone. And in the growth zone, not only does your sleep drastically improve, And as a result of that, your life improved, but your life improves in a massive, massive, massive way. And you can hear this from the testimonials on our website, people just explaining, hey, I came to this program and I came to this process to really solve my sleep. Not only am I sleeping better than I ever slept, but my life is so much better because I have the understanding, the tools that I was missing, and I didn't even know I was missing them. So anyway, this is just a little taste of one of the frameworks that we teach in our academy, and how we go into depth on how to really identify and move yourself from this fear zone into the learning zone and into the growth zone. But I just wanted to share with you a little taste of some of the unique types of content that we share with our clients to help them have these massive transformations. So I hope you found this video useful. If you like it, go ahead and like it. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. If you think this was valuable, please share it with somebody else that you know would find value in it. And until next time, sleep well. Now, if you're ready to take the next step towards better sleep and want expert guidance, my team and I are here to help. You can book a free sleep consultation to learn more about how our proven approach can work for you. All you need to do is visit sleepscienceacademy.com to get started. And if you're passionate about sleep health and you want to help others overcome their insomnia, you can also check out our sleep coach certification program, where you'll gain all the tools and the training you need to guide clients to better sleep and transform their lives. So whether you're looking to reclaim your nights or make an impact as a sleep coach, it starts with one step. That's visit sleepscienceacademy.com to learn more. Thanks again for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe, share, and leave a review if you found this episode helpful. Sweet dreams, and I'll see you in the next one.